Guys, quick motivational video real quick, because I just thought about a topic. I was watching a YouTube video, I often have some YouTube background noise to always feed my brain with information. And it was one of those guys trying to sell you something. And in the end, he said, there might be not enough for everyone, so hurry up. So I want to talk to you about the concept of not enough for everyone, because not in terms of the guy trying to sell me something, but in terms of the fucking world, There's always going to be, things that will run out, It's not possible for everyone to all get the same thing. And I'm going to relate it to a book which I've read and I appreciate a lot, and I share a lot in my stories. Reality Transurfing. It does an idea in this book. So basically everything around you is a pendulum, all right? A business, a political party, a group of people, or an influencer on social media. It's all pendulums. And what pendulums do is they drag energy from their participants, People who accept the pendulum, people who join the pendulum, for example, my followers in my case, or in the case of, fucking McDonald's, the users of McDonald's, but also, it doesn't have to be positive, What pendulums do is they just take energy from their followers, from their users, right? But they also, the pendulum just swings around. Do I have anything that can swing around? Let's say this cap, it's swinging around, right? You can put energy on this side, but also this side to give it energy, right? It's positive and negative. You don't only get energy from the positive, you also get energy from the negative. Just like an influencer, for example, will become more famous from getting a lot of haters. If he gets a bad buzz that goes crazy, gets billions of views, the guy still is winning because he still gets, through these billions of views, he's gonna get a bunch of lovers from those. And by getting lovers like this, he's still growing. He's winning, It doesn't mean that you're losing from the negative things. The thing is, love and hate are things. It's the same thing, all right? It doesn't matter. At least in the case of a pendulum, it's the same thing, all right? Because love is just an extreme reaction, and hate is another extreme reaction. But basically, there's always going to be one and the opposite. So if you have one hater, you have one lover out there, all right? You just might be in the wrong environment to realize that. But for all the haters that you have, there's people that love you, okay? And the only way to not have haters is to not have lovers. And in this way, it means you're boring. You don't attract interest. If you attract interest, you will get haters and you will get lovers, all right? Now, I'm just explaining to you the concept of pendulums, right? That get energy from the good and the bad. But the idea of this video was that there might not be enough for everybody, right? So pendulums might use this argument to get energy from you, to tell you that there is not going to be enough for everyone, so hurry up, give me your energy now, because, it just seeks to get more energy, all right? But it goes with everything. You're going to get the feeling of FOMO in your life, so fear of missing out, the FOMO, which is something that happens when, you see someone else winning and you think, fuck, I should do the same as him before it's too late, That's the fear of missing out. And the reality is, 99% are going to miss out on everything, all right? There is, in fact, not enough for everyone about everything, all right? And the thing is, just look at, for example, Andrew Tate, very famous, very rich. If you wanted to get as rich as him, he's going to tell you, do as I do, all right? That's the thing with pendulums. Pendulums tell you, do as I do, often, to get you to success. Do as I do the same shit as me, which doesn't have to be bad, all right? Because I do tell you, if you want to lose weight, to join my program, right? Do as I do. I tell you, follow the way I did it, which might work from time to time. But there's always going to be people that miss out, all right? If you're going to, following Andrew Tate's example, if he tells you, do as I do and you will become rich, and if everyone in the world did it, then only the first 1% might get rich and then everyone else doesn't. Because that's not how it works. You can't have everything. So the thing that I want to talk about in this video is you are going to miss out on things in the world, right? In life. And you can't feel bad about missing out. Because I made a story this morning saying that the variability of things that you could do in this world is infinite, all right? And it feels like it might not be infinite. Sometimes it feels like maybe every thought has already been thought since the beginning of human time, right? But it's not true, because as soon as there's going to be a new technology, then there's going to be new ideas to have from this technology. You see, you're always going to have to miss out. So you can't live by this thing, do as I do. If you see someone that tells you do as I do, there's a 90% chance that it's for his own benefit, because it's very rare that pendulums, those things that want your energy to function, there's a very low chance that they actually do it for your own good. It's mostly for their own good. You see, same for charities. A charity guy at the bottom of the street begging for your money, saying, oh, do you have 10 euros to give for charity? This guy doesn't give a fuck about your life. This guy only gives a fuck about bringing money to the pendulum that he's working for, so the charity. But they don't care if you're a student with only 5 euros left on your account. They're still going to fucking piss you off with it every time you walk by them. They just have to drag this energy. A lot of pendulums don't care about your individuality, you see? So if you went by this thing, do as I do, and you tried to do it, there's a very high chance it doesn't work for you, right? Because only 1% of the people who do as I do are going to succeed, not me, right? My nutrition fitness program is actually pretty easy to follow, all right? Anyone that does it will get the results. It's going to take work, you see? That's the thing with everything. Anything that someone promises you something, one, it's not sure that it actually works. And two, if it works, you're going to have to do a lot of work. So it's still going to be dependent on you, all right? But anyway, if you try to follow someone that tells you do as I do, you're not going to necessarily succeed. And therefore, the idea I discovered is that the way to fulfill yourself is to do what you love, you see? And there's a big problem. It's also, I'm tying it back to fucking the Matrix and people who work 9-to-5 jobs. People who work 9-to-5 jobs are not living their dreams. They're just fucking not living their dreams, They might tell you, oh, it's a calm life, I enjoy it. You're just not doing the things you dream of doing, You're setting up for the comfort zone, right? You're getting comfortable with the comfort zone, literally. So you're not following your dreams. If everyone was following their dreams, there would actually be a way to, you would get more fulfilled by following what you love rather than do as I do. You see what I'm trying to tell you here? It's better that you follow your own path and you do the things that you truly want to experience. It is going to take detachment from money. You see, I talk a lot about the fact that I get bored from luxury. I got bored from luxury because I experienced a lot of fine shit when I was younger, and now I don't care about money. I'm actually getting rid of all the things I have more and more. I want to have nothing. I want to be like Pavel Durov, the Telegram CEO who owns nothing. Because owning things is the inverse of freedom. They tie you down to the place where you have them, If you have 10 cars, then you're tied to the location of your 10 cars, It's going to take a lot of responsibility and extra work to keep those things safe. So it takes freedom away from you to have a lot of things. And I want freedom. And I want to reach my fulfillment through helping people and changing lives. You see, changing lives is the thing that's going to make me happy in the end. I fucking love it. When my clients send me pictures, my client last time sent me a picture where he lost 15 kilos in the past 2 months, and he sent me a picture of him pulling his pants in front of him, as if he was sending me a dick pic, but he's just showing me how his pants, he lost so much weight that now his pants literally have a 10 centimeter gap in front of him, which is crazy. This makes me very happy. It's a very funny way to tell me that I did my job properly, right? So it takes detachment from money, which is a super difficult thing to do. And the thing is, if you put enough work by following your dream, the thing that you want to do, the thing that would fulfill you specifically. Think about a thing that you're good at and that you love doing, and that you would do every day if, you know, you didn't have to live, to pay for shit, you know. Maybe some people is going to be painting, some people is going to be hunting, some people is going to be literally climbing fucking trees, you see. And out of all these passions, it might sound very goofy and shit, but if you put enough work in your passion, you're going to be able to, nowadays with social media, which is a thing that it was not possible as much before. It might have been possible, but to 1% of the extent that it is today. With social media, you can literally reach all the people that are interested in what you do, which is an insane fucking thing. Like, my content, I'm French, from south of France, like near the beach, near the Mediterranean, right? Who would have thought a little fucker like me can reach people in the United fucking States, in Michigan? I recently got a client from Michigan, which is, what the fuck, how does this guy know me, right? How did this guy, on the other side of the planet, in the middle of nature as well, I'm in the middle of nature, he's in the middle of his nature, how does he find out about me and agree with me completely and loves what I do? You know, the chance that it happens is very slim, but it happens because social media made us reach each other, sorry. So that's the thing you can do with social media. Anyone can do what they love, and it's just going to take making content that's going to show your intention to people, you know? Intention is a very massive concept of reality transurfing, this book, which is important because it makes you, if you do something without intention, there's dog hair on my phone, there's dog hair fucking everywhere, guys. If you do something, for example, if I tell my dog, shut up, there's no intention. But if I tell him, shut up, now there's intention, and now he's going to actually shut up, you see? Intention is doing things with the will act of actually doing it, you know? It's like walking to the store because you have to, and walking to the store with the intention of going there as fast as possible and going home. The first one, you might not go very efficiently. The second one, you're going to be as efficient as you can. You see, intention is what makes you achieve your dreams, all right? That was very bad examples to talk about dreams, right? But actually, an example that worked with me is that if you look at my Instagram page, you scroll down, you're going to see 400 posts about fitness. I've been posting everyday fitness, and the thing, I was posting without intention. I was getting a video out every day. That's it. I didn't care really what it was about, how to make it better. I was kind of doing this on the daily, but overall, I was not posting with intention. I was not trying to become massive of success. I actually didn't know what I was posting. I thought I wanted to do fitness because I was trying to do as I do. And that's actually literally what I was doing. I was following the do as I do of other people and thought I could become a fitness influencer type of shit. And it didn't work. And it's the moment where I started posting about the thing that I'm good at doing, that I love doing every day, that I would do every day if money didn't matter. The moment I did this, I blew up. I blew the fuck up. And on top of this, I had the experience of 2 years of trying and 2 years of following a do as I do, you see. The thing with pendulums is that you can learn from them. You can use them. If you recognize that they're pendulums, you recognize their flaws. You recognize what is good about them and what is bad about them. You can use them for your own benefit. So that's the thing. You want to use the tool that you have at your disposition to let you gain experience to reach and achieve the thing you want to do. Now this might sound like a lot of yap and a very non-applicable system. You know, it sounds like dreams, like, oh, yeah, mindset video, blah, blah, blah. But anything that you fucking love doing, let's say it's crocheting in your videos. You make crochet, right? Like a fucking grandma. You can make content about this. You can go viral because you make it funny in a way. Or I don't know why there's this thing. When you manage to post things that are literally the definition of yourself, if you look at my videos, I use the exact humor I would use in real life. And this is something you have to learn. If you're not going to manage to post your first video being completely authentic. It's going to take a lot of time of talking to cameras, of failing, of getting mocked. Because also at the beginning you're going to post, even if you try to do you the best you can, you're going to be afraid of hate. You're going to be afraid of shame. You're going to be afraid of all those things. And every time you stop yourself, I mean, you limit your potential because you're afraid of haters, you're afraid of getting shamed, you're afraid of people laughing at you, or people that you know at work laughing at you and shit like this. As long as you're afraid, you're not going to give your best quality. And you're not going to do you. You know, you're only you when you're at home vibing with yourself and no one's looking and no one's trying to make fun of you. So the thing you're going to have to do is learn to be yourself and not care about shame. So it might take a lot of practice to forget about shame, to ignore haters. You know, and haters, you know, even at my level, they do affect you. But the thing is, that's why I told you at the beginning, you always have one lover every time you have one hater, because it's very important to understand. Sometimes you get lost in the middle of hate and you read 10 hate comments at the same time, and now you want to kill yourself, you see? But the thing is, the way you don't kill yourself is you tell yourself, I have 10 haters, so it's fine, I'm going, because it means I also have 10 lovers somewhere. And you know, the people who comment hate on your videos, they do so, but the people who love your comment, they don't. They might just press like and they might just watch it twice. They might watch your video twice, not give any engagement, so you don't think people love you. But it's because, you know, humans, when they're happy, they don't make a lot about it. And when they're like afraid, fearful or angry, then it's traumatizing because it's it's the closer to death experience. And when you do closer to death experience, things are traumatic. Things freeze you. Things make you attack, you know, and they're much more memorable. So that's why people get lost in fear and hate, because hate is closer to death than happiness. So the people who love you will not comment. They're not going to have crazy reactions. It's the people who fear or that are angry that will have reactions. So you will get hate from those people. But you need to get past it. You need to understand that for every hater you have a lover, and actually you might have more. And I realized on my Instagram that it was like this. Every time I got one hater, I got like 10 followers. It was not a 1-to-1 ratio, it was a 10-to-1. You know, the people who love you don't make a noise about it, you know, they won't show it to you. It's like your family. Your family probably hasn't shown you love in a very long time, right? But you know they love you, it's fine. And that's the thing with social media. Social media directly find those people that love you, which is why I didn't have a 1-to-1 ratio of haters and lovers. You get much more lovers because your content is shown to the people that would appreciate it the most. That's the great thing about social media that you have to abuse now. Also, you know, I told you do as I do. I just told you basically do as I do. But I'm trying to give you a way to achieve a dream, you see? So I'm trying to be a good pendulum, all right? So let's say your dream is crocheting, you're doing your fucking grandma shit, make a funny Benny with some weird eyes. If you just made it at home and you show it to nobody, it's worth fucking nothing. It's just worth the 24 hours you spent on it. Or maybe 72 hours, right? This shit takes a long time. Well, if you make it on social media, you grow a brand, maybe you film the way you're making it, you film how long it takes you to do it, you film the materials you take, you show the before and after, this kind of shit. If you share your love for it without being afraid of hate, the thing that's very crucial is without being afraid of hate, because this is going to allow you to be authentic. And you might think you're not afraid of hate, but the first hate comment you'll receive, you'll see that you are afraid of hate, all right? You just have to understand, every hater, there's a lover. So once you share your crochet thing, you share your videos in general, you might get, if you do this every day for a long enough period of time, you might get a page with 20,000 followers who love fucking crocheting. Because out of 8 billion people on the planet, there is in fact at least 20,000 people who love crocheting. At least, and in fact you could probably get up to 100,000, and then you might get to 200,000 because there's also people that don't care about crocheting, but they love to see your growth. They love to see how you grew your passion, and that's what they love. They want to see a passion grow. They want to see a success story. There's also people that will follow you just to follow a success story, which is a lot of what happens with me. When I was posting for 3 years, 2 years, every day without getting followers, I have followers from this period that saw me evolve from the beginning, and they're mind blown by it. And all throughout the evolution, they were like, bro, I've been there since the beginning, it's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And this is the thing that could happen to you. And the thing is, I'm gonna get back to those fucking beanies. You make a beanie, it's funny, you have 20,000 followers. Then what you can do, you can make a course on how to crochet, which a lot of people want to learn. A lot of young girls might want to learn, you know. A lot of even the guys, I don't fucking know if you're gay as fuck and shit like this, but many people want to learn. Out of the 20,000 people that follow you, there's going to be people that want to learn. And all of a sudden, you can sell a course about it, you can make money from your passion. You know, and you can also just sell the beanie that you made online. You can put it in auction even. You know, you can put it on your store. You can say, this is for sale. I'm going to give it to the most offering. And then you see people are going to fucking offer you shit like this, offer you prices. And you might sorry, I can't fucking speak. You might start to earn a living from it. That's it. So it's very doable to do your passion and succeed. You know, maybe you have to be in a 9-to-5 in a matrix job to like fulfill your needs of paying your rent and shit like that. But also, I want to tell you, do you need to work exactly where you work? Do you need to live in the apartment that you have that might be too expensive? You could cut expenses a lot. I have 0 expenses. I only have like internet expenses and like memberships for like websites for editing videos and shit like this. You know, my Instagram blue checkmark subscription, and that's the only kind of shit I have. You see, memberships that bring access to my work. You know, I mean, make me work at a higher standard. But I don't buy shit. My expenses are super low. I just buy the food for which I cook with, and that's it. You know, so you could, if you want to follow your dreams, you're going to have to cut down on all the useless shit. All right, all the money related shit does not matter. All the brands, you want to wear Balenciaga. Balenciaga is a massive pendulum that has made its image to be fancy and for rich kids only, for rich people. And the only way to make this fucking thing survive is for people to buy it. And the only people you see with it is fucking rich kids with it. It's fucking disgusting, right? So you don't need Balenciaga. You don't need the Louis Vuitton. You can very well live in nature, fucking naked, depending on where you live on the planet. You could be naked following your dreams on the internet. And it would fucking work if you gave enough work with 0 expenses. So what I'm trying to do here, if you want to reach your fucking dream of doing your dream activity, I think that you love doing every day, that you would do every day if, even if it was unpaid, if you had the time, you find this thing, you give it much more time, and you share it on social media, you're going to get people that appreciate your work. Now, of course, you're going to have to also learn about the video editing and all this shit, because this is also, it's communication. Making videos is communication. You're going to have to learn to communicate best. And this way, you might see on social media, on YouTube, I don't communicate well. I have very low views, but I make it mostly for the people on my Instagram who are interested. You see, I post it in my stories. Those who want, check it out. And the others, fuck them. You know, I'm trying to give it elite bar knowledge here, you see. So what you can do to achieve this goal, you cut down expenses to the fucking minimum, and you dedicate your extra money that you saved from bringing down your standard of living. This extra money you have, you spend it into your dream. You share your dream on social media, and you're going to be able to, after a few months of working, really one of the key concepts is understand that every time you have a creator, you have a lover. This is going to help you greatly grow an account, or maybe even 10 hours. And just make it cute, make it funny, make it interesting, make it you. You know, if you're a funny person, make it funny. If you're a cute person, make it cute. You know, you don't have. If you're a cute person, don't try to make it funny. You see, that's the thing. I'm a kind of funny, vibey guy type shit, you see. And when I was doing this fitness content, I was trying to show a tough mindset guy, which is not what I am. I can give you great mindset advice, but I'm not one of those coaching guys going to scream at you and shit like that, you know. Fuck your laziness, you know. I'm not like this. I do think I should fuck your laziness, but I'm not going to say it like this. I'm me, and you have to be you to your true self, because it's only when it's you to your true self that the algorithm will be able to show your exact personality to the people that might like it. And this way, it's the way that you can make money from social media. Once you're going to have to do work for a long enough period of time to get this success, to get this attention. And once you have this attention, you're going to have to see what people love the most. And from what they love the most, you can see about ways to make a living from it. You don't have to be rich. If you try to do as I do, Andrew Tate, try to all be millionaires with Lambos, this is not going to happen. It's not possible. But what's possible is if everyone follows their independent dream, if 1 million people follow their independent dream out of, 1 million dreams, and you don't care about the money, don't get brainwashed by the money. You forget about the money, the thing that you would love to do if money didn't exist, you see? And this way, you're going to have a society, a guy that wants to just be outside and farm. This guy's going to be farming. A guy that just wants to fucking make wine is going to be out there making wine. A guy that wants to butcher. Some people, they would butcher every day if they had the time and the freedom, right? And all of a sudden, you have a society of people doing the things they wanted to do. Nowadays, it's just a massive enslavement system, which you've been taught from your youngest age to do a job, a random one, to get an income and then a diploma and all this shit. But people don't do things that they actually love. They don't teach you at school to do what you love. It's really interesting. They teach you how to make another one's dream succeed by being a good employee. That's the thing. They make you learn for someone else's dream. You don't want to work for someone else's dream. You want to be the dream and maybe hire people to work for your dream. You see, if you're in a restaurant, I was in many restaurants. The chef has a dream to be a 3-star Michelin chef, to have a successful restaurant. And as a little line cook that is enslaved, working 16 hours a day, exhausted, sleeping 5 hours per night, you're the slave to his dream. You're doing all this bullshit for his dream and you're giving up your life for it. You don't have to be ruining your life like this to make a living. You see, you could find another job that pays about the same, that gives you much more free time and allows you to work on your dream on the side. If you cut down expenses, it's possible. Once you get an attention on social media, you can share anything you want with people around the world. You're going to find a way to monetize what you do and make a living from it. So, now, do as I do, you see. I have on my school course, so there's the nutrition fitness part, and also have a module about social media growth. This video was actually not meant to be an advert for this, but I made this module, and I want you to at least know about it, that if you saw me evolve on social media, if you haven't, go ahead, go on Instagram. I'm going to open it in front of you. So Instagram, boom, you go on my account, you go in my Conquest. I have a highlight story called Conquest. And you can see how in 1 year, actually 6 months, I went from 1,000 followers to 3,000, 10,000, 7,000, 30K, 100K, 110K. And nowadays, 136K. And it was in like 6 months. And it happened because I first of all followed someone else's do as I do without understanding what I was doing and without understanding that just doing someone else's path without having an interest in my own interest, that was crazy. I didn't imagine I could do a thing. I just really didn't know what I loved to do. So I didn't know. So I was trying to follow someone else's thing. And how do you find out about what you love? By fucking around. Basically, what I did was following this other guys do as I do, which involved posting a lot, posting a fucking ton. I found out this way what I love doing, and this is So actually his do as I do worked, because in the end I found my thing following his scheme. It worked because now I'm here with 136,000 followers in less than a year, which is crazy. I hope I get to 500k in a year. I have to go exponential. All right. So the thing is, if you want to do as I do, I told you with this video that there's a way to make your dream a reality, but now you have to understand what your dream is. All right. And how do you do it? You might think that right now you want to do one specific thing for real. I thought in the past that I wanted to be a fitness influencer, which is not the main thing about me. You see, it's not everything that I am. It's not, would I train every day forever if I had free time? No, that's not the thing I would do if I was just free all the time, you see? So I was following someone else during the time until I found what I wanted to do. And that's the thing I'm trying to give you with this video. You're going to find out, first of all, maybe you already know what it is. The thing that you want to do every day, that you would do for free if you had the time. But if you don't, I have in my school course, I can teach you how to, first of all, you're going to be posting a lot in a way that's going to teach you about posting, teach you about communication. Not communication as in fucking communication studies, all right? I'm just linking the fact that social media is communication. But I'm going to teach you about posting, increasing the quality of your content, how to post, how to create a relation with your followers in such a way that when you do find the thing, which, and by the way, I'm going to be helping you finding it in your content, you'll see it. If you apply it the way I did it, do as I do, the way I have it framed in my school, in my course, it's going to help you out to find what you actually want to do. And once you know what it is, it goes exponential. That's what happened with me. It's what happened with many other people. So if you're interested in growing a social media brand, social media presence so that you can follow a dream that is going to bring you an income, I mean, you can join my school course, the part with the social media aspect in it, right? The social media module, not just the fitness. Otherwise, if you're just interested in mindset, and this kind of shit, what I do in my nutrition fitness program, it's more of a nutrition because, I'm a chef, I cook. So the way I do it is I teach you about the way of eating and of cooking and of nutrition. That's going to be that as you apply it every day, you'll be able to eat tasty things every day. That's the thing I tell my clients, and that's how I advertise it. You're going to be able to eat whatever you want every day. But following my scheme, you're going to be on autopilot to be losing fat all the time forever at a not necessarily super fat pace, but it's a pace that is definitely going to melt you out all the time. It's not possible to gain weight with my system of weight loss. Now, some people do lose a lot of fat super quick. If you look at my client Michelle in my highlight stories on Instagram, he lost a lot of fucking fat in a month and actually 7 weeks. He lost a lot of fat. So it's possible, but I'm just giving you a system that once our coaching is over, you can still apply it forever, and it's easy to apply. It's easy to apply, and it's going to keep you on an autopilot of ascent. If you apply it, you can't gain weight. That's what I do in my nutrition fitness program. And fitness is really a second aspect of it. You don't even have to do the fitness. You can just join for the nutrition, apply it, and lose a ton of fat like this. But of course, doing the fitness and with the workouts on top of it would melt you so much fucking more and make you gain muscle. So burn more calories through building muscle and make you much more shredded, much more sexy. But the weight loss is not even associated with working out. So if you're interested in changing your life like this through your physique, DM me about my one-to-one program or book a call on the description for this. Otherwise, if you just are interested in building a social media presence, I'm going to put a link to my school community at the bottom and check it out. Or you can DM me on Instagram if you have questions. If you want to tell me about what you would want to do on social media, I can reply to your DMs and tell you if it would be possible and tell you if you would be a good fit for my program. Can you see the dog? He just woke up. All right. That was it. I just felt I had to talk about this not enough for everyone concept. There's not going to be enough for everyone if you try to be a millionaire with a lambo. But there's going to be enough if you just try to achieve the thing that you want to do. The thing that would make you happy if you could do it every day, if you had the time to do it. There's a way to make this thing that you love doing bring you money in a way that helps the world. It's possible. It's doable. And nowadays with social media, it's more possible than ever. And social media is I'm not going to tell you you have to do it fast because it's going to go away. Social media algorithms are being built even more so that your content is shown to people that love you. You know, it's getting even more like this. So I don't know how long it's going to last. You know, it's social media. They're coding it. I'm not coding it. But as long as social media is around, it's going to be possible to do this. You know. But I'm just trying to help you out. You know. If you're interested, book a call in the links and shit like this. All right. I'll see you soon.